guys, and welcome to a YouTube video. Today we're going to explore what is my favorite gun and what types of gun do I run the most. Well, yeah, of course. And we have some audience because we're doing this live on Twitch. So do remember to go over there and watch that as well when I do go live. But anyway, today we're going to explore what kind of guns do I use and what's my favorite gun. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to build ourselves some guns and I'm going to show you what guns I actually love to use and what I prefer to use. So first of all, we need to buy some guns, and of course we're going to do my favorite gun, the HK. It's basically one of my favorite guns. The M4, of course, it's not a bad gun, but we'll take one of those as well. And I see we need to exchange some money as well, so let's do that real quick. And what type of gun more do I like to use? Yes, the M1A people are basically always using, and it's a good gun, can't complain. But I'm going to show you an SR25 as well that I like using, so I'm going to go with one of those. So yeah, basically these three guns. I like the SR25 just because it's a really good sniper gun, basically a cheaper RSAS, and I don't think many people actually do use this gun, and basically because they don't like it. Then the M4, everybody's using it basically, so everybody knows about it. And the HK, of course, it's a really good gun as well. And that's probably my favorite gun. I use it the most. So we will start with the SR25. This is of course some of the guns I use. I will show you of course one more gun I use pretty much, and that's the Val. I like the Val. It's a really good gun. I use it quite often. It's a good gun. I like this preset on the Val, the VSS. You can basically run it stock with just one of these attachments for the SVD up here and some kind of sight, and it's good to go. But I like the look more when you have a front grip on this. I basically love it more and it looks better, both on the VSS and the Val as well. So that's a good go-to gun of mine. But let's start with the SR25. So first of all, we're going to load it up, if I can remember the name of it. So this is basically the setup I use on the SR25. It's a good setup, silenced with an RK1, because in my opinion this is a single shotter, so basically you can only shoot as fast as you can tap, so it doesn't really matter how much vertical grip you have. You can use whatever. You can use of course an RK2 if you want that and get less recoil, vertical recoil. But I feel like that doesn't really matter, so why not go for an RK1? And it's a good looking gun, really good looking gun in my opinion. So the only thing I basically change is this handguard here to a battle grip instead, the Hera Arms HG15 pistol grip. So then it's basically good to go, basically. And of course I'm going to show you the M4 as well. I have a lot of presets for the M4. We can go with this preset. And this is basically what everybody's using these days. It's a really good preset with 35 vertical recoil, double-sided and a canted side over here, and it's really good. But I usually run an RK2 on this to get it even less. 34. Yeah, 1 point, that not much. But yeah, I like this gun as well, and that's preset or mod. This ain't better. I can't say this is better, but I usually do this. I take the RK2 here, put on some kind of sight and run this. And why I run this? Just because I think it looks good. It's not better than the other one, but it looks freaking good. That's why I run this. And it's a little bit cheaper as well. And of course, don't forget the old meta gun. No, this is the wrong one. But this version of the M4, I really like. I really like this. It looks freaking awesome. In my opinion, it looks really good. And that's basically the one I have over here. Basically the same one. Basically the same one. The only thing I have changed is that it's a shorter barrel and a suppressor on it. And a cheaper silencer. But this is a really good gun. 50 vertical recoil and it looks really good. In my opinion. But yeah, we should actually build some guns as well. So we're going to build this one. I think this is the old meta one, and we're not going to build that one. We're going to build this one. Basically the same I have. It has 44 vertical recoil and it looks pretty good. Nah, I will change my mind. Let's rebuild this one instead. Let's show you the... that's what everybody uses, so let's show this one. Can build this one instead. I think not everybody uses it, and it's a little bit cheaper to build, so it's a good alternative. I think we can buy all the parts. Buy. Okay, my bad then. Thank you. RK2. No blind, thank you. And as usual, you can't build it just because you don't have the freaking room for it. And there we go. Let's assemble it. There we go. Some extra parts as well. Okay, let's go for the... I'm a big fan, to be honest, of smaller guns. Smaller guns. I'm a big fan of those. We're going to build this as well. So you guys can see this one. No. SR24, 25 I mean, with the stock and everything on it. But I think I want to run another suppressor on this. To be fairly honest with you guys. I think I will want to try another suppressor. Like maybe this one. Maybe not. Because this is a cheaper one. This is actually pretty cheap, so... Okay. Let's build this. Like 70k. Okay, the gun costs a lot, but still, it's a cool gun. And this as well, this is I'm going to show you basically 2 builds of this. Of course, everybody's known for the HK builds and the meta builds. So basically everybody knows about a meta build, and this is the meta build right now that everybody uses basically. Of course, maybe not suppressed, but basically that's the one everybody uses. We have a cheaper one, and this is basically the standard suppressed. But like I said just a second ago, I like small guns. So I like this. I think this looks really cool. It looks kind of good, but of course I don't want this. We could go for this instead. This looks really good. Save this. Okay. This looks really good. It's basically you take a Raiders HK, you put on the CQR on it, and you put on a suppressor, and you're good to go. You're off to the races. And that's what I like about it. But like 67 recoil, vertical recoil, so it's not a good gun. Too bad though, because that's when you get this. Maybe this is 47. Then you take this standard barrel and put on a CQR and a little bit other stuff, and then you have a really good HK as well. You can go with the V37 here, like this is the meta gun, like I said. You can go with this one as well. This was the old meta, I think, to run this. This is 41. Not a bad gun at all. But I think I want to show you the standard one. This, it's a little bit better than the shorter one when it comes to recoil. It's not as good looking, but it's better. So I'm going to build this as well. Buy everything, and it's 145k, so it's not cheap, but still. Okay, there we have 3 guns. Awesome. Really awesome. And now some mags, and then we can off to the races. And to answer your question, no. A tiny sight on a big gun, yeah, it is. It is. It's a really tiny sight on a big gun. So guys, I'm loading here into Raid Offline to show you the guns, and I'm doing it on customs. So I brought only 1 mag per gun, and I'm just going to show you how they perform and basically why I like them and why I run them. It's been a while since I run the SR25. Still a good gun to use instead of the horse ass. So yeah, you can see it has a little bit of a kick to it. So it's really hard to keep it down, but it's a good gun. And this as well. Like I said, this ain't the meta gun, but it's a cheaper option to the meta gun. So basically that's good. And of course stutters. It's a good gun, like I said. Okay, let's change. HK. Oh, may need a sight on it as well. Can't complain about this gun, you know. It's a good gun. You can keep it down. It's really fast with good ergo. And yeah, I usually run this setup. I usually do. I like it. Although it's not the prettiest gun. Like I said, the shorter one I really like because of the looks of it. It's short and sweet, basically. But it's hard to control. It's really hard to control that gun. So, I think I forgot one build that I want to mention in this video. And that you guys should probably need to see or want to see. And I think that's an AK build as well. So I really like going with AKs sometimes. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of HKs, but I do like them, and I basically run all of them. This is a build I use, the AKMN. It's not that great. It's 65 recoil. It's a pretty good gun, and I like the ammo on this gun. Okay, it kicks like a fucking mule. It really does, but I like the ammo on this one. It's a really this ammo, it wrecks if you can control the gun. Of course, you have the typical AK, like the ones you usually use. This is basically the meta one, but in the 545-39 instead, the AK-74M. And I like this build as well. I really do. It's a good build. I don't use it that often. Like I said, AKs are good weapons. I'm not like dissing on them at all, but they have become the primary weapon for many these days, just because the ammo for the M4, the HK, is so freaking expensive. So they want to run these guns instead. So yeah, I do like them and I do run them, but maybe not that often as I should. But guys, if you like these guns presets, you can pause the video and look them up, how I build them, and build them for yourself and try them out if you like them. And the HK ones there, they are pretty expensive, some of them, but like I said, there are cheaper builds that I start to run with in the beginning of a wipe. I want to start running HKs, M4s as soon as I can. So that's basically what I do. So I come up with builds that are cheap and that you can actually run at the beginning of a wipe, basically just a few levels in. But guys, I hope you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you want to see me live when I fail a couple of times and win some as well. And of course, a highlight video is coming out real soon for you guys to enjoy. So I hope to see you there. Bye.